All right, we are live. Wow, I'm loud today. Hello. Oh, we're live here on We'll Do It Live, heartlanddefenders.com. I'm Jeremy. Mike and Jacob. Not sure where Jacob is. I know Mike's going to be about 5 or 10 minutes late. So you guys have me alone for a few minutes. So we're going to go over the website, a few other things, heartlanddefenders.com. Let's see, Heartland Defenders on Facebook and YouTube, as well as you can, people watching on both from what I can see right here. Thank you for coming and watching. The image you saw in the opening with the music was we did basically a trip down to Dayton to visit the Omega Outdoor and Emergency Supply Company. They are, I enjoyed the place. They had a lot of stuff in there. I could have totally destroyed my paycheck in there. A lot of good stuff and nice stuff as well. So I appreciate them having us come out, enjoying. Oh, wait, hang on here. I got somebody showing up. There he is. There's Mike. Let me get to the main one. Hi, let's try that one. That one's better. How you doing, Mike?
I got no sound here.
Uh-oh, no sound. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on one second. You can't hear me? Clearly not. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm echoing.
I see you, but I can't hear you.
No! Hang on. Let me go back to a different screen here. See what's going on real quick. Technical difficulties. Can you hear me now? That is a no.
I'm going to try again.
He should be able to hear me. But anyways, he'll come back here in a second. We went down there. There was some great stuff we had there. I bought a couple, like a small knife and some little stuff. I know people bought knives, ammo cans. There was all kinds of cool stuff down there. Whoops. Hello?
Okay, hold on a second.
You can hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Good. I was afraid it was me. Here we go.
All right. I think I get camera.
There we go. Yep, I can see you clearly. And here comes Jacob as well. Nice. So I can switch over to that one. So, it sounds like everybody's been running a little late.
Yeah, I'm still getting you a little broken up. I don't know why.
That's weird. I know I've got good on all my... Well, I dropped some frames a few minutes ago, so that might be why. Maybe my internet's acting up.
Hold on a second. Let me try something here.
But while he's doing that...
Man, I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
So, let's see. We'll transition you guys back over
Yeah,
there.
I can't hear Jeremy, or it's broken up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Can't see me.
Of course. The one time we don't talk
it's
to
gonna
each
be one of
other.
those kind of nights.
It's one of them nights, apparently.
Hang on. Online.
Yeah, I can't hear. I see Jeremy's lips moving, but I don't hear him. Hold on here. Let me try backing out one more time.
I'm gonna transition over for a second here. Can you hear me?
Breaking out.
It's in and out, but I actually heard you for a second there.
Here, let's do this. Okay, can you hear me at all?
Now
Yes.
I can.
Now you can. Completely clearly?
Yes.
Ooh, so I can't monitor myself while we're on Skype. That's really weird. Okay. It must have been catching an echo and must have been echoing you guys out. They can hear all of us. Cool. Okay, well, now that we can hear everybody and everybody can hear us, that's awesome. Oh, look
I'll
at that.
see you when I see you.
Yeah, but we can't see you, Jacob.
I know.
Oh boy.
Okay. So is there anybody comment? Oh, what am I? All right.
So nobody on
Give me 2
Facebook.
seconds to catch up so I can get into comments here. I followed the first one I saw, and it was Michael Palmer's. I'm like, how come nobody's talking? Oh,
Right? I was like, oh boy, here we go. Let's see. I can get us moved
like
over here.
freaking Maloik tonight or something.
So now everybody can see us, except for Jacob. We'll see Jacob soon, though, hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't know what's going on. I might drop out here because I'm having some issues going on right now. Unfortunately, it's been a long day and a long weekend. My back's been out all last week and still into today. So I literally 2 minutes ago went, oh shit, got a video to do.
Right. Hey, Jeremy, how are you? On the Junior Dieter account. When do you get?
Okay, cool.
When do you get your regular account back, Jeremy? Well, it'll be 45 seconds
that's
away.
right. This is the secret squirrel account, right?
Yes, this is the hey, I'm here.
Okay.
So,
where were we?
Yeah, I was talking about our trip because I had put up the picture of the group up in front of the Omega sign down in Dayton. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I enjoyed the trip. I enjoyed going down there.
Yeah, very cool place.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it was. It wasn't a huge place, but there was a lot of stuff in there. I mean, a lot of stuff.
Oh yes, a lot. I could have spent so much money in there, and I have so much to spend already on things that I need to buy that I was like, no, I can't do it. And I kept walking by the knife case, and I'm like, those are some nice handmade knives in there. I'd really like one of those.
Yeah, he did. He had some really cool stuff. But and just to clarify, we heard there was something else going down the street, but that was not the reason we were in Dayton yesterday.
No, that actually just happened to be my
dumbass fault for picking the day.
Well, I mean, it was a coincidence. We didn't go down to it. We didn't counter protest. We stayed away. We did watch
the helicopter from afar.
Yes, we did. And from what I saw, it was a whole they gave them 9 people showed up. 9 of the members of the.
So let me get into that a little bit. So, well, here's the problem I had with, we've talked about it many times. You're not going to find anybody in our group or anybody we associate with that's a fan of the KKK.
No.
However.
Oh boy.
Well, no. What disappoints me is the liberal goof that they have running that city down there. I don't know if you read too many of these things, but she totally turned this into an anti-2A, anti-Trump rally, rather than, hey, let's not, let's go down and counter protest the hate mongers that are there.
Right.
No, it was, if you saw the signs, it was, don't build the wall, F Trump, you know how many F the KKK. I didn't see a single one that said that.
Right.
It was all this, and this is the great part. So all the bad people, all 9 of them, by the way, came with guns, and that's why she had to do this big security. And did you look at the pictures of the crowd?
Oh yeah.
Half of them. Half's an exaggeration, but there were a lot of them with long guns and sidearms all over the place, which is, to me, is great. That's one of the great things about living in this state is it is a, fairly at times pro Second Amendment, although they're fighting against us at every minute, and especially people like her. She turned it into something that it wasn't. Which to me is like, it was all this anti-hate thing, right? Yet 600 people on the other side of that double fence were doing nothing but spewing hate about, about patriots, about people who love this country, about Second Amendment rights, while wearing sidearms, by the way, which shows their ignorance and their hypocrisy to like a T.
Correct.
And that's what I'm like. I just don't, yes. Is there racism in this country? Yes. Is it a huge problem? No. What's a huge problem in this country? Hate. Just hate. There's not a huge racism problem. Because guess what? 9 of them showed up.
Correct.
600 people on the other side, the counter-protest, the people who were holding the rally had 9 people show up.
Right.
So, to me, this is, in the grand scale of things, racism is a small issue. Hate, on the other hand, is a huge issue.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I know there is still some racism out there.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I'm waiting for Jane to burst through the door any second now. She's home today, damn it. Hi, Jane. She's like, once my company's gone, I'll be back. Yes.
Well, woo, look at the time. Time to go. Oh.
Yeah. No.
No, but I mean, and I'm not saying, and listen, I'm not saying there's racists. Obviously there's not just those 9 Klan members. Obviously there's only those 9 that had the balls to show up.
Well,
which
correct.
was 9 more than I thought would show up, to be honest with you. But to turn it into this, this anti-Second Amendment and to blame the security and everything else on the Second Amendment, those are her words.
Yeah.
Her words were, if Ohio didn't have such laxed gun laws, I wouldn't have had to spend this much of the city's money to protect everyone.
Actually, she had to do it for her own. I feel like she spent the money for her own feeling of safety alone because of the fact that she didn't need to. No. What happened down there? I mean, those 9 dudes. There were supposed to be like 20-some, supposedly, is what they had said.
There's originally 25 that were coming.
But only 9 showed up. They kind of... I don't know. At this point, it's not a smart idea if you're racist to show yourself in public. Now, I'm also going to say, if you're full of hate, look out, because that's another one. As soon as we're done with a racist, you hateful sons of bitches, that's another one.
Yeah, well, and here's, and quite frankly, when it comes to the racist stuff, and having all the security, hey, listen, if this is, if you come out and if you want to come out in public and say, if you're a white guy and say, hey, we shouldn't mix races, we shouldn't, we shouldn't intermingle, whites are superior, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Quite frankly, let the 600 people kick their asses. I don't give a crap.
Yeah.
If you go out there, if that's the mantra you're going to live by, then quite frankly, you deserve to get your ass kicked.
Well, and it goes by that whole, if you protect a child from doing something and you stop them from doing it every time, they're just going to keep trying to do it. If you let them do it once, like, touch something warm, not scalding hot, and they go, ow, they stop doing it. That's maybe...
Yeah, and this goes, as far as I'm going, this goes both ways. If, a group, which, listen, the Black Panthers are a group that they spew a lot of hate.
A lot of different groups do, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're a member of that group, or if you're a member of, I don't care if you're Antifa and you go into a Trump, if you go into somebody else's neighborhood and spew hate, and they come out of their house and kick your ass, you deserve it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Correct.
If that's how you're going to live your life, prepare to get your ass beat.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what this problem is that we have. It's the hate.
Well, and I'm surprised with the amount of different groups that were there. I had heard, I didn't see him, but I heard that, who was it that showed up with Roger Moore last year? Or Roger Stone, I'm sorry.
No, I did not see them.
No, I heard they were supposed to be there. They were asked not to go. They also, other groups were asked not to come as well because they, the original protesting promoter that wanted to protest the KKK didn't want all these groups showing up and getting into fights because they were all like, yeah, we'll do security. One of them was like, yeah, we'll do, we'll bring food and stuff. And one of them, and it was like, and these are all groups that don't like each other. So it was kind of one of that. I was waiting for all those groups to get into a fight as well, which it didn't happen. And I was even, it was awesome to see that picture of the Amish showing up as well to protest the KKK. Yeah, I was like, holy crap, that is awesome.
I think they're technically the Church of God.
Oh, okay. They just looked like, they were Mennonite or, yes.
Yeah, some people were calling them the Quakers, and the Quakers were there, but they were a different group. Okay. They're another religious group that came. But see, this gets into my other part of the rant, which really kind of pisses me off. And Ryan's on here, and Dieter are on here, and they can probably attest to this for themselves. I won't speak for them. But I guarantee you there were hundreds of militia members in this state that wanted to come and stand with people against hate, but and our leaders, including myself, or should I say representatives? Maybe I should say representatives, but
our representatives.
But we as patriots, even though we agree with a majority of the crowd who was there to say, hey, we don't want your hate in our city, we didn't feel comfortable going to a rally like that because the hate that the other part of that crowd was spewing, such this anti-American and anti-Trump crap, that we didn't even feel comfortable going, and that pisses me off.
And there's Jacob. Hello, we can see you.
I'm back.
We can see that here. He's looking. Look at his beard tonight. He's looking.
You know what I hate?
Oh boy.
I freaking hate technology.
Oh.
Let's go back to smoke signals.
Yeah. But that's, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan, and Ryan's right. We get smeared, but why? Why? If we were there, we were there protesting against the people that are spewing all this hate. Why would it turn on us? Why is that even right?
And it's not
the easy target.
Because that's the easiest way to denounce us.
I mean, are we the easy target, or is it just that we're the target?
We're the easy target.
No, but see, I don't think the easy target, to me, would be the fascists who showed up in masks and carrying crap.
I don't disagree with that mindset, but we also have a different view of, shall I say, reality? Think about the aspect of soft target versus hard target. You can say on our side of the boat, well, we're just gonna make it illegal to have guns. Done. Now they're a criminal and you're gone. But at this moment in time, there's no true thought police. They cannot just arrest somebody for saying the First Amendment because people like us, for using the First Amendment, because people like us are going to fight against them taking that right until we can't use the second to do so.
Yeah, I guess.
So we're the easy target. They can take the stuff that we hold, and they can pick apart what makes us more of us than they can just the ideological idea of a racist.
Well, it also is that whole thing they did in Charlottesville where you had patriots standing next to Ku Klux Klan members because they were forced into an area together, and then there were pictures of them standing in the same area, and all of a sudden, patriots that were wearing 3%er logos were now in pictures with the KKK, and it was proof to everybody that 3%ers are racist when it wasn't even true.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about that, because I agree. The more I've gone, I've thought about this for a long time, and I knew some great people that were at Charlottesville.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I get, the more I watch the way things are going on and see things that are happening. You know what? Screw these hate groups that militias in my opinion should stop doing security for these idiots, because you know what, if they want to go out there and spew hate to represent their quote unquote First Amendment right, then let them go do it on their own.
Right.
Why we should be, if and that's what I'm talking about. When we yesterday at Dayton, I want to be on the same side as some of the idiot Antifa and some, because among those 600 people, there were a gaggle of Antifa, there were a gaggle of this and this, of people who are just, hate groups. But probably 400 plus were good people like us who were there to protest against the hate the Klan was speaking. And there's no reason in hell that we shouldn't be on that side of the fence with those people.
Well, correct. But I mean, again, that's the way they would try to make us look bad. They would try to, because they want to make us look bad. Because if patriots band together, there's no way things are going anywhere south in this country. And the only way this country is going to change even more negatively is if they keep us separated and keep us from standing next to each other and talking to each other.
And it worked yesterday.
Oh, it did. We stayed away. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I was the first mouth that said we're crazy for going, because we will get boxed in with the freaking hate groups, because we're sitting there with 3% logos and the group logo, and we're a patriot group.
There may or may have been a few of us that considered allegedly, but we're talked down from the ledge, I guess.
Yeah. Some of us had to speak the real world, here's what's going to happen.
Are you sure we can't go see the helicopter up close?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I want to go ride in a helicopter.
The problem with it is we all have to realize that if we are going to stand and say we're for the Constitution and we will protect the Constitution, unfortunately, you've got to let asshats do what the First Amendment says that asshats can do.
Well, yeah, but and agreed. But I think again, like I was explaining to Jeremy, if you're going to live and it gets into that close, is hate speech protected? Is it not? But if you're going to do that, if you're going to be that guy that walks into a black neighborhood and starts saying stuff you shouldn't say, well, then you know what? Every dude sitting anywhere around should come out of the house and beat your ass.
Right.
And if you can't defend yourself, well, then, you know what? Maybe you should rethink your philosophy in life.
Right.
Now you're going back to the schoolyard idea that, run your mouth, get your ass whooped, finish it, you're done, it's over. The law doesn't see it that way.
Did you freeze up a little?
I must have.
He's doing an amazing mannequin impression.
I can stand perfectly still and never ever move. Just watch it. Everybody watch that. I'm never gonna move.
But no, you're right. I mean, while you're trying to fix yourself,
I'm not doing shit. It's just gonna sit there. That
is how it should be. I mean, if you're gonna be an idiot like that. And I don't think patriot groups or militias or anybody, you know what? There comes a point in time where, you got to draw a line. And I think, protecting idiots like this, I don't think you're protecting the First Amendment.
No.
If you want to go out and be an idiot, then you know what? Protect your own damn self.
Well, no, it's a slippery slope when you start calling it the hot topic words like hate speech and everything else. It goes down. It doesn't go to morality. It doesn't go to morality, but it goes to the same vein of morality. What is everyone's consensus in this country's idea of hate speech? Is racism, in my opinion, is hate speech. But you talk to a leftist, you talk to an anti-fascist or whatever they want to call themselves today.
No, they're the anti-fascist fascists, right?
Yes. Fascist. They put the circle with the line through it, like the Ghostbusters. Those guys. You talk to them, what you or I say is hate speech. So,
Jacob, we have to have common sense racism, okay?
We have to have common sense hate speech law. Common sense. But I'm sorry, if you were to make a permit for 5 tagged ass whoopings for anyone who speaks racist, you couldn't stop me from going and buying me 5 tags. I'd whoop somebody's ass for it.
Well, but I think that's where you're, being proud of being an American and saying whites shouldn't mix with blacks. I mean, if you can't tell the difference in those two, you probably should just stop breathing anyways, because you're a waste of air. So I get what you're saying with, some people, say this is hate speech. Yeah, but it's really not. Whereas the KKK, I think everybody agrees what the KKK spews, except for people that are white supremacists and KKK agree.
There are people that scream what Ben Shapiro says is hate speech.
It's called facts. They hate that. That's hate speech.
I mean,
but I think you're kind of making my point, though. That's the biggest problem. Is there's, it's the hate. It's not, the racism. The racism is dying. People, people get it. I mean, we all bleed the same. We're all humans. I think more and more people get that. That generation that they were they were just born into that. Most of that generation is going away. They're getting older. They're just not here anymore. So that even the people
I'll be back.
Okay. So even the people that were born into that, I think a lot of them have grown up now in integrated schools, because we've had those for kind of a while, and they've realized that their racist parents were wrong. Whoever, him or her, they're just the same as you and me. They've learned and moved on from what their parents taught them. Or their parents' taught them, or their grandparents, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think that I think that everybody tries to make this into racism as the issue. I don't think it is. I really honestly think it's this hate, and it's this hate for, rather than sitting. Nobody wants to sit down and discuss anything anymore. People just want to hate. Just hate to hate.
And I mean, and you watched like the last Second Amendment rally we were at. They were there just to be hateful. They were there just to be disruptive.
At no point.
And they had no point to any of what we were there for to begin with. I'm sure there was a lot of those same people, if not even more of the same type of people that were at that rally yesterday. Right. That weren't there because, of course, a lot of people were there to talk out against the hate and to protest the hate. But And they may have even been there for that, but did they stick on that topic? Most likely not. Most likely they went on to, how their little chants about, no Trump and all this other shit, and stick to the subject. I mean, you can't tell me, you can't bundle Trump in with hate when, show me again, show me where he's full of hate, where he hates certain people. Give me real facts. Don't give me this bullshit of some person's one-sided article online that talks about just a bunch of bullshit about how Trump is hateful. Show me real proof of how Trump is hateful. And don't tell me it's because he's trying to save our economy from supporting a bunch of people that are not here legally. Or that are not here legally, not illegally. Oof.
Exactly.
Words are bad.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's, and that's why it just, I don't know. The more I thought on the drive home last night, the more I thought about, the fact that as patriots and people who, have as much disdain for the KKK as anybody, we felt we couldn't go to an anti-hate rally because we love our country.
Correct.
I mean, how messed up is that?
Because we love our country and we know that we're going to get bottled up into the same thing because we love our country, because we support our Constitution, and we feel that constitutionally we're good. If we were to just use our Constitution as the basis for our laws again and start over, we know we would be good. We know there would still be people that would try to take advantage of the loopholes that everybody says we had to fill with all this, filler laws and crap like that, but really not. I mean, you got to go back to some of the old-time punishments as well, though, if we're going to go back, because you can't play this game of 5 slaps on the wrist still gets you nothing. Because, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just, that was really bothered me that, that we felt uncomfortable going to something like that. You know what I mean? It's just, really made me think of where we are. I mean, it's, and to go back and look at I went back and watched, looked at a ton of videos, and I think, Ford was there too, I believe. Fisher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he wasn't there, he had someone there that he was streaming. I got to go back and double check.
Okay.
But I think it was him. I think he came back into town again. But, just watching it, it was like, if all you saw was the crowd, if all you saw was the video of the crowd and you didn't hear, you didn't talk to anybody, you would swear that was an anti-Second Amendment, Trump rally rather than a KKK rally.
Yeah, I saw some of the videos. I've been busy most of the weekend, so I mean, we got back. Oh, I did kind of sleep half my night away yesterday, I'm gonna admit.
Understood.
But yeah, I mean, I saw some of the videos, and I was like, it was great to see that many people showed up to protest the hate.
Yes, agreed.
But it was sad to see how a lot of the people that didn't keep it about what it was. It turned into other things. That was the sad part about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a whole group of people who came in, and one mom with her daughter, which was one of the pictures, that said, "No Trump, no KKK."
Of course.
I'm like, wait a minute.
How that chant ever got...
Oranges? I mean, I'm like, what?
Well, and that chant, I don't know where that chant came from. Or who even started that chant, but they don't have anything to do with each other.
No.
Trump is not a KKK member. He never has been, at least.
No, I must have missed a picture when he was standing in his sheets with them. Apparently I missed that one.
I mean, but you don't see all the pictures of him standing with all the before he was even a big name, even in TV, right, where he was standing with a lot of African American people helping a lot of that community as well. So, I mean,
a lot, yeah. Well, that's, and again, and I get that's why, if we were at a rally like that, groups like Antifa and that, if you were to try and have a civilized conversation with them, it's not going to happen.
Well, right. Even if you were if we would have showed up, they would have started in on us for being racist and everything like that. And then when we would have tried to have the conversation with them that clearly we're not, and I'm sure Jane would have had a few words for him, which would have been funny. But they still would have went on about it, and it would have been a bunch of nonsense about it. And then because they don't listen to reason or common sense or any of that stuff. They just go by what makes sense to their irrational thoughts and feelings, because their feelings are more important than than facts are.
Right. Well, and that's the great thing. I mean, you saw all these people talking about, the gun laws are so loose here in Ohio, and I didn't feel safe, and blah, 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 with the KKK coming in armed, and standing next to them are 30 people with long rifles.
Right.
I'm like, do people even, like, listen to the crap that comes out of your mouth?
Right.
I mean, do you even hear it?
I'm not even surprised it wasn't somebody with a long rifle on their back saying it.
And I'm sure if you look hard enough, I'm sure that picture is out there. I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm telling you, the stuff I was looking at was like, I was speechless. I couldn't even believe the signs that they were carrying and the crap they were spewing with the event that was going on. I'm like, I'm dumbfounded. Yeah. And that what do they call her? City manager, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because she's not the mayor or whatever. Man, she is a certified idiot. Idiot. If anyone that anybody that's listening, please tell her for me she's an idiot. And I would love to sit down and discuss the Second Amendment and Ohio laws with her, which aren't that lax. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Most of us have had to jump through hoops to simply express and use our constitutional rights.
Yeah. Oh. No, I can't believe how they just turned it into that too. I don't know.
That's what I was doing. I mean, just what you did right there. What I was doing on the way home last night on that 3-hour or whatever drive. Yeah. I'm like, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting drive home. I'll tell you that right now.
Did she sleep?
She did for about an hour when we hit Delaware, and it got a little wild weather-wise.
Yes.
I was going to wait to get gas till we got further north, but I was like, nah, it looks bad. And then she went to get out of the car, and I opened the hatch, and it was like a gust of wind just went boof right into the car. She's like, holy crap. Yeah, it got interesting down there, and it got wild.
Yeah, I missed some of it. I caught a little tail of it, but you guys probably went a different way than, because you guys go up. I went all the way. I went 71 the whole way, or?
Well, we went. It was like, I forget what it was to go out of Dayton up to 70 to 270 to 71. Mm-hmm. And then we came 71 up to 76 and over to Akron. But okay. Yeah, so I mean it wasn't too bad.
I saw there was a ton of rain, but it looked like I just missed it because I left probably about 30 minutes after you guys.
Yeah, nice.
So, but
I guess a few stayed down and had some fun.
That was still great. I mean, it was good. I'm gonna try and get a few events like that up there on our public page, so anybody watching or anybody that watches later can come hang out with us. I mean, it was it was cool. It was a good time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had a lot of fun. It was hot as can be, but I still had a lot of fun. I mean, I was sweating to death. I couldn't drink enough water when we went to dinner or lunch or whatever it was.
It was bad, but
no. You know what though? I was a little disappointed with the sandwich, mind you. I won't name the place. I won't throw them under the bus. Maybe they were having an off day.
Their quote unquote signature sandwich.
Yeah, it was a little dry.
Yeah.
was a
I
little.
was disappointed myself.
I was a little like that sounded amazing, and if it had been great pastrami and corned beef in there, it'd have been pretty damn good.
Well, and was it me? I swear. I mean, I know we're totally getting off topic, but dude, I swear it was like they made it like a Mr. Hero sandwich or something. They tried to like fry it together or something.
Yeah, once they threw everything together, they probably cooked the outside, like smashed it or did something where they browned the bread.
It was weird, man. I was, and when there's more coleslaw than meat,
yeah,
kind of an issue.
Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, oh man, this sandwich could have been amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, but you know what else? And I'm going to pick on the place. I'm still not going to name them. I'm going to pick on the place a little bit because I realized the possible how they leaned.
Oh yes.
There was a sign above their taps at the bar, basically stating no hate is acceptable in this bar.
Yes.
We will deny service to anybody we feel fit. And I was just like, ooh. And then I was kind of thinking, I hope nobody says the wrong thing over here that gets them to where they're just like, okay, everybody, you got to step out. I mean, it'd have been a lot of money they'd have been asking us to step out on. Believe me, we spent a lot of money in that place. And nobody even drank either.
There were a few customers that, and which was another thing when I was on my way home. I'm like, I was trying to think like, okay, there was a couple customers that looked at us, and I'm not even going to go into the type. Everybody knows them. But, I was thinking, I'm like, why, I got the event going on that day. I get it. But why would they, what would they see, or what would they, what could it be, that made them give us that look? And the only thing most of us had in common, because the name, the name isn't, going to do it. It had to be this. It had to be the flag.
It had to be.
It had to be the flag. It had to be the We the People stuff,
or possibly the 3%er stuff that was behind our logo and our older shirts.
Maybe, but I mean, if that's the case, I mean, are you serious? I mean, that right there, what makes us the KKK all of a sudden?
Right. I didn't quite. I mean, again, but that's why we were kind of concerned about even going to the event, getting. I guess grouped in with people at the event.
Is that what we got to expect now? I mean, it's if YouTube channel called Gloom Room did a good live stream combining multiple other live streams together that posted on the channel now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now. I can't. I'm having an issue pulling it up.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, there was a. I know. I saw a couple snippets of different people's videos and stuff, and. Because I was just kind of going through, and it showed that's probably why I got a few looks. Palmer might have flashed a little by accident.
Oh yeah,
but even Palmer. But that's my point. Even if that was it, so there was 9 armed guys, morons with the KKK. But then there was 400 armed people in the counter protests. So is it now, if you're a gun person, if you like flags, if you have We the People, you love this country, you're a racist? I mean, is that the criteria? I mean, is that where we're at?
That's what they're trying to portray, at least on us. I mean, it's a way for them to give us how do I even want to put it? It's a way for them to belittle us, take away any kind of standing ground that we may have for standing
back.
on. He's back. It's moving. But I mean, that's why I was like, I couldn't figure out what's that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the looks we were getting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I wish you were there with one of those. I would have put it on the damn table.
Right.
To jump in, because I've been watching over on the live feed, to jump in on that, do you know how many times I've gone somewhere and just because of this right here, it's not evil eyes. It's the area you were at is what I think. 'Cause you know how many times people come up and thank me for wearing this? They're like, "Oh, you got that 5.56 on your arm." It's like, well, it's a good thing you know it's 5.56, but that's a 2.23.
Well, that's important.
I know, just
Potato.
potato, tomato. But just think about it, Mike. You got the We the People, right? Okay. How many times do you get the evil glares because of We the People or the AR on the arm or whatever? Or do you get more thanks and that's awesome? I love that. Good rep.
More of that, yes,
right.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
And what you're discussing with the evil eyes and the fear and all that, I honestly want to attest that to the situation in the area you were in.
Well, is
that particular day.
And I don't know, and I'm sure I think Mike maybe mentioned this while we were down there, and I maybe it just didn't stick. But obviously Dayton's that liberal.
Well, was the sign a permanent fixture, or did it look like it had just got hastily hung up for that?
No, they had stuff hung up for the day because they had because somehow all of a sudden the Stop the Hate all of a sudden became rainbow flag stuff too. Because I don't know if you noticed the sign on the front door, they had the rainbow flag at the restaurant.
Oh yeah,
said, Dayton, against hate.
Yeah.
So, which I don't, and maybe I don't remember this, but. Is the KKK, has that been big on their hit list?
What's that, the gay community?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, on top of the amount of hate that even, step away from the KKK for a minute, the amount of hate and discrimination that goes towards the gay and lesbian communities, I'm not going to do the letters.
Jane.
Yes, hi, Jane.
Hi.
So yeah, she was downstairs with a friend of ours. Yes, there's a lot of that towards those people. Even in families, there's people that come out saying they're gay and their family disowns them, and the hate towards them and everything. Now, no, I'm not going to go there.
Go there.
Jeremy. I know it's not a can, but it's.
Oh, it's a spray can. Damn it. Well, so
we've only got 13 minutes. Go ahead.
That's what I'm afraid of. But sometimes they put themselves in an image that makes people shy away from them because of some of the more flamboyant parade goers that dress up as vaginas and some more inappropriate stuff that happens in public in a parade tends to make people that maybe a little conservative but support the gay, lesbian, the whole community. It makes them shy away from that a little bit. You dress up as a vagina all the hell you want. You can even stand within 5 feet of me in a vagina outfit. I don't care.
Dude, I'd so take a picture if I was in that situation.
I'd take a selfie with the big vagina. I'm telling you right now. Human-sized vagina, I'm right up that alley. Anyways, I know some people are going to yell at me for bringing vagina into the situation, but it's okay.
I get, and that's why. But see, to me, knowing that, I guess now knowing more too that, and I guess I did learn a little bit afterwards, with the things the mayor was, or the whatever they call her that runs the city, that she's obviously
city manager.
Yeah, what?
City manager.
Manager, yeah. That they obviously lean that way, but to me, then that was more. Let's be honest, because that's the big hit list too. Is not only is Trump a racist, but he hates anybody that's in the gay community too. Where it's come from, that one either, I have no idea, because I'm still waiting for evidence in that one.
You're going to be waiting for evidence for that one, and the racist one, and the Russian collusion.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you know what? I do want to hit something this week, though, too. Since we just hit that, I want to bring this up because I saw it and I thought it was hilarious. So, he's been blamed for doing a bunch of covering up and this Russian collusion crap. But what does he go and do this week?
Yeah, unreleased.
Declassified.
Like 500,000 documents. He went, just give it all to the motherfuckers and let's see what happens.
Yeah. Dude, they didn't read Obamacare. What are the chances they're going to read that?
Oh, well, of course. And then everybody's going to be like, when you bring it up and we can read it and we see things in there, they're going to be like...
over that, and it's going to be the same damn thing like it is with the Second Amendment. See, there's a comma here.
Yeah,
the comma here says it's something else.
Yeah.
That comma.
It's going to be like...
collusion.
It's going to be like interpreting the Bible.
Comma there.
That's right. It says right here, he went to a Russian restaurant once when he was 12.
There's a comma. He went to a Russian restaurant when he was 12. Well, clearly that comma was put there for a reason.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, I know.
In that pause of breath, he colluded with Russia to take the 2016 election and get nothing out of it.
Along with the makers of The Simpsons, because they knew it way before it happened.
Oh, they've been predicting the future for years. They predicted he was going to be president freaking 15 years before it happened.
That's right. Hey, Kurt Cobain said it even before them, so...
Oh.
Well, if we're getting that deep into tinfoil hats, Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself.
Oh, boy, here we go. Hang on. Okay, I got it. We're good. Go ahead, keep going.
Hey, you started this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, like I said, it was just on my way home, and then when I got home and saw some of the stuff and going on, it's, that's part of what, we got to find a way to get past that part. I mean, it's nuts that we can't go to a rally like that and protest against idiots like the Klan because we're afraid of looking bad. Well, I mean, that's insanity.
Well, correct. And the problem is, though, short of us having signs in our hands and every one of us saying, we're against hate, so that, a picture's taken, we can never be taken out of context, because these people are trying to take us out of context in every shape and form to try to make us look worse or bad because they want us to not be able to have any kind of...
So what you're saying, Jeremy, is all the people that are sitting on the fence, they don't really know what's going on. They're just they're like, maybe they're bad, maybe they're not. They watch the news, they say we're bad. What you're saying is they should actually come talk to somebody?
Well, of course. I don't ever listen to anybody else.
It's amazing, if you actually sit down and talk to people, you might actually learn something.
Right.
You might not learn anything except for the fact that they're not racist and they actually have your best interest in heart.
Right.
Just crazy talk.
Well, when it comes to the whole, and we've said it before in other programs, that in other shows, that going and investigating for yourself. Stop taking the word of other people. Stop reading one or two articles online that states that this is this and this and this and taking it as gospel. Go and check it. A lot of my...
Stop listening to the media. I mean, go find the person and talk to them. I mean, we've said it, like you said, 100 times. Any three of us here, man, you could call us, you could email us through our website, through this Facebook page. You want to go have coffee someday and sit down and see who we are? Make the phone call.
Well, there is one of us and at least two major cities in this state And defender-wise, there is somebody in every area code of this state that you could get in contact with and actually have a cup of coffee and a conversation with.
Correct. Oh yeah, and that's, I mean, you don't know until you actually sit down with people or you like talk with us. You don't know. Like when the whole crap in Egypt went down, and like they completely shut down the internet in Egypt. I mean, they couldn't even get internet access outside of the country. Even in the country, they couldn't even get on the internet. And there were people that I worked with to help get them internet access through other means. It was a whole different story about what was going on in Egypt compared to what was being said in the news. Whole different story. The same with Venezuela. You look at a lot of stuff that's said in our U.S. news, and you look at it. You got to get the word from the people's mouth. So
it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how those propaganda, which off subject here, but off a little bit. But Dylan and I started watching Chernobyl tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll tell you what. You want to talk about? Woo, man, it's a good series. But I mean the cover up and the stupidity in the beginning of that, man. If someone's looking for something good to watch, that's pretty insightful.
And the thing is, Japan didn't learn from the past because they're doing it as we speak.
No,
but
I mean it was pretty. I mean, it's pretty amazing how they were gonna try and do that all without letting anybody know.
Right.
They were gonna try and just sweep that right under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? That must have been Trump's fault. He must have been there. I guess I didn't see that episode yet where Trump comes in.
At one time at band camp.
Wait. Jane learned some shit this weekend over dinner in Dayton.
I know. I didn't want to get into that. I'm not sure what she learned. I'm kind of afraid now.
We don't have enough time. Sorry, Jane.
There. Please enlighten me.
I'm afraid to ask.
Might have to check that out. I'm afraid to ask. I don't know.
No, I think she's talking about the Chernobyl now.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that does look good, by the way. That series looked good before they released it. I was like, oh. Yeah. But let's jump back on the come talk with one of us if you have questions.
Just make the phone call.
I mean, as patriots, as supporters of the Constitution, as people that are prepared for just about anything and everything. I wouldn't say everything, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Yeah, we know a guy. Or $20 is $20 either way.
Whatever.
But so
got a great deal for $20.
Is it a t-shirt deal?
Yeah.
I need some more t-shirts.
Check out our website, RealDefenders.com.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. You didn't set me up soon enough for that one.
I did. I said yeah, but I took it.
Oh, wait, keep talking. There is another event I have to pick.
There we go.
I get the right name. Keep talking.
HeartlandDefenders.com, Heartland Defenders on Facebook, Heartland Defenders on YouTube, and I am going to go ahead and bring up more Mother of All Rallies 2019. This will be, let's see again, September 28th.
September 28th.
In the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Guess who already paid for his room?
Some people. Okay, so real quick.
Hang on, let me go. There we go.
June 15th from 9 to 12 in Geneva, Ohio, which is up here by me by the lake. That's actually on the lake. It's
Jane, write this down.
Second Amendment Open Carry Awareness and Freedom Walk.
When is that?
There's a guy named Christopher Laidlaw who's putting it on. They basically, there's someone in their council who is very anti-gun and basically might be one of these beginnings of trying to ban guns within the city and beyond. So
there's been a couple of those trying to pop up here in Ohio.
So he's having a walk. So if you look, I'll come back into the comments here and tag his Facebook page. But he's putting it together, and I'm going to be up there for sure. So any chance we get to attend one of these rallies, if you can, and there's one in your area, or if you got the time to drive, I encourage you to please get involved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I am ordering the box that we've been talking about. I'll go ahead. So we may be live streaming a bit more from events. At least I will be.
Cool.
Depending on what happens this summer and all the dates that we already have going on.
Yeah. And I'll be adding some to our Facebook page, our public page too. Some events that open to the public that we have coming up. So
wait, you got traded, Palmer? Oh boy, I don't want to know. Something about Dolly traded Palmer like a bad Cincinnati Reds player. I don't know.
Palmer decided to go with the Cincy Reds guys,
not
knowing that he had room.
I recruited, man.
Hey, you know what? I just kept my team small, so just I don't know. Yeah.
We're all gonna be in DC. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a blast both Friday night, Saturday night. Before the event, during the event, after the event, you can find us around.
Do not want to miss more.
No.
We're really hard to miss. Most of us are going to be wearing a shirt that says Heartland Defenders on it.
Yeah.
Much like Jeremy says, right
here. I may even be wearing this exact one. Now, all weekend, that'd be gross, not possible. So it may be a different one throughout the weekend. But I don't know. I'll wait till somebody tells me I stink a little bit before I take it off. No, I'm kidding.
If they can smell you, they haven't had enough booze.
Yeah, well, right. By Saturday night, I shouldn't be able to smell anything. So, oh goodness. But yeah, so I think that's good for tonight. Unless anybody has anything else they want to hit. We didn't end up hitting any more of the heartbeat bill like we said last week, but that's fine. I don't want to get Jane too riled up. I mean, we do have
next week. I'm pretty sure we'll have
I figure out to rile you guys up.
Of course, right? Oh, but thank you guys again. HeartlandDefenders.com. Check out the T-shirts, the things. Did we ever put up? By the way, did we ever put up the donation button again or no?
Yes.
If you go to the homepage, right below. On a smartphone or a tablet, it'll be right below the calendar, or below the calendar on the left-hand side on a desktop. There's a button that says Donate. The reason it's there is just locationing. If you go to that, you can very easily just shoot us over $3, $5, whatever you want. Every dollar that we make in T-shirts, items in our store from donations, all goes right back into the events and the organizational things that we do as the Heartland Defenders for the organization, for the country, for our cities, for our towns. Not a single dollar goes to any one person or any group of people in our organization. Not a single cent.
We do not get paid for this. We all donate our time.
You guys, we do this for free for you.
Yes, we do this for free. The show, the group, everything we do as our time and efforts is free. We do not charge a dime, and I love doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's a reason you might want to buy a shirt or two, or maybe donate a couple of bucks or anything like that. The discussings have started happening that we might be looking at a potential to maybe put together some sort of prepper type show for the Heartland Defenders maybe in the coming year or so.
Yep.
So the more finances we have, the bigger and better the show could potentially be for anybody.
Correct.
To come and learn and get some education and talk and have a good time.
And get to see us, which is the most
fellow patriots.
Right. Hey, even though I'm not in comms anymore, I can teach a class on the comm setup. So
look at that.
For sure.
I'll throw that out there.
All right, take us out, Jeremy.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching. You guys, thank you for your time.
I wasn't here all that long.
Hey, technical difficulties seem to have been plaguing us from the beginning, so
it was a bad night. We'll have to do better next week.
Yeah, now I've learned I can't listen to myself. Oh darn! I'm so glad I can't hear my own voice. But thank you guys for watching us. HeartlandDefenders.com, Heartland Defenders on YouTube and Facebook. Check out motherofallrallies.com. We'll be there. If you can't go, donate. Have a good night. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Good night, everybody.